knee car and hip external rotation. So what's that gonna look like? Well, first take note of the Batman socks. Okay, now that I've got that out of the way, let's show what it's gonna do. So external rotation is essentially creating hip torque, and your hip essentially and glute and all these posterior chain muscles do this motion at the hip. So we're gonna take that to an extreme and just put the foot up here. So this would be extreme hip external rotation right here when you're in this position. So I'm in this position here, my hip's in external rotation. Now we're gonna do some rotation about the knee joint, about the tibia. So from here, and I'm gonna rotate through here. So what does that look like? So if you notice my thumb is here, as I move this here, this is gonna move back and forth. So it's like a small movement, but it's here and here. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm going to apply force into my foot here, and then my tibial crest, essentially the protuberance of the bone is right here for my tibia. I'm gonna keep my finger here and I'm gonna apply force into this hand this way, and then it's gonna move. Essentially, I'm moving my whole shin. My whole shin is rotating upwards and inwards, causing my foot to rotate up into my hand, and then I press into this and I'll rotate my tibia externally. So I'm essentially loading those muscle tissues, controlling this motion. So essentially loading muscle tissues helps build strength and stability, especially when done properly. Boom, so right now I'm working in, once again, hip external rotation and tibial internal rotation. Now we need to do the inverse. We need to work tibia external rotation. So I'm here, I'm gonna pull my foot this way here, and I'm gonna rotate from my tibia outwards, and I'm gonna pull it back and control it, and then rotate outwards. If you feel some stuff going on at the hip, inner thigh, or even like the TFL in the glute area, the reason for that is both of these muscle groups have an impact and play of what occurs on the tibia to some degree. So I'm here, pulling once again, boom, and then I'm gonna load it, open that, rotate, load, rotate, boom. And so I'll just repeat this process in external rotation. This would be very helpful for squats, deadlifts, any movement that really requires the hip to be in external rotation and that requires rotational capacity about the tibia. So that's of course like compound movements like your squat, your deadlift. Heck, if you're an Olympic lifter, that'll come in handy too. But give this exercise a try. If you've been having issues with your knee or you're worrying about knee health, this will definitely help you out. If you have any questions, of course, leave them in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, thought it was informational, give me a thumbs up. And then if you haven't yet, subscribe to my YouTube channel.